Hello friends, today in this video I shall discuss section 13 of IGST Act which deals with place of supply of service where location of supplier or location of recipient is outside India. Let's see what the section prescribes about it. First, subsection 1. The provision of this section shall apply to determine the place of supply of service where the location of supplier of service or the location of recipient of service is outside India. So this is clear. Next, subsection 2. Place of supply of service except the services. Place of supply of services except the services referred to in subsection 3 to subsection 13 shall be the location of recipient of service. So, place of supply of service except the service referred to in subsection 13 to 3 to 13 shall be the location of recipient of service. Let's see what the proviso to this subsection states. Proviso states that where the location of recipient of service is not available in the ordinary course of business. The place of supply shall be the location of supplier of service. Okay, let's say what the subsection 3 prescribes. The place of supply of the following services shall be the location where services are actually performed. What are these services? Services supplied in respect of goods which are required to be made physically available by the recipient of service to the supplier of service or to a person acting on the behalf of supplier of service in order to provide these services. There is a proviso. Let's see what the proviso states. When such services are provided from a remote location by way of electronic means, the place of supply shall be the location where goods are situated at the time of supply of services. There are another provision. Let's see what it states. The proviso states that nothing contained in this clause shall apply in case of services supplied in respect of goods which are temporarily imported into India for repair or for any other treatment or process and are exported after such repair, treatment, process without being used, without being put to use in India, other than that which is required for such repair, treatment or process. Now clause B, services supplied to an individual represented either as an recipient of service or a person acting on the behalf of recipient, which require the physical presence of recipient, which require the physical presence of recipient or the person acting in his behalf with the supplier for the supply of services. So these are the service B and A. This is the service for which the location where services are actually performed is the place of supply. Let's see what subsection 4 prescribes. Supply of place of supply of service, place of supply of service supplied directly in relation to immovable property, supplied in relation to immovable property directly, including services supplied in this regard by expert, real estate, estate agent, service supply of accommodation by a hotel, inn, guest house, club, campsite, whatever name called, grant of rights to use immovable property, services for carrying out or coordination of construction work, including that of architect or interior decorators, shall be the place where immovable property is located or intended to be located. So, service provided in relation to immovable property, place of supply of such services shall be the place where immovable property is located or intended to be located. Now let's see what subsection 5 prescribes. Place of supply of service supplied by way of admission to organization of cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational, entertainment event or a celebration, conference, fair, exhibition or similar event, or of services ancillary to such admission or organization, shall be the place where event is actually held. So, place of supply of service by way of admission or organization, shall be the place where the event is actually held. Let's see what subsection 6 prescribes. Where any service referred to in subsection 3, subsection 4, subsection 5 is supplied at more than one location, including a location in taxable territory, then its place of supply shall be the location in the taxable territory. So when services referred to in subsection 3, 4, 5 is supplied at more than one location, then including a location in a taxable territory, in that case its place of supply shall be the location in taxable territory. Let's see what subsection 7 prescribes. Where the services referred to in subsection 3, subsection 4, subsection 5 are supplied in more than one state or union territory, the place of supply of such service shall be taken as being in each of the respective state or union territory, and the value of such supplies specific to each state or union territory shall be in proportion to the value of services separately collected or determined in terms of contract or agreement entered into in this regard, or in the absence of such contract or agreement on such other basis as may be prescribed. So this is about when two or more union territory is involved. Let's see what subsection 8 prescribes. Place of supply of following services. Following services shall be the location of supplier of service. Shall be the location of supplier of service. Place of supply of the following services shall be the location of supplier of services. Following services. Place of supply shall be the location of supplier of services. Services supplied by banking company, financial institution, non-banking finance company to account holders. So banking companies services, financial institution services, non-banking finance companies services to account holder. Intermediary services consisting of hiring of means of transport including yachts but excluding aircraft vessels up to a period of 1 month. So services relating consist of hiring of means of transport is falling in this category, where location of supplier of service shall be the place of supply. Let's see some explanations. Here account means account bearing interest to the depositor and includes non-resident external account, non-resident ordinary account. Here banking company means it shall have the same meaning as assigned to it under clause A, section 45A of RBI Act 1934. Here financial institution means it shall have the same meaning as assigned to it in clause C of section 45I of the RBI Act 1934. Here non-banking finance company means a financial institution which is a company, a non-banking institution which is a company but which has its principal business of receiving deposit under any scheme or arrangement or any other manner, or lending in any manner, or such other non-banking institution or class of such institution as the RBI may with the previous approval of central government by notification in official gazette specify. So these are some explanations. Let's see what the subsection 9 prescribes. Prescribes place of supply of service of transportation of goods. Service of transportation of goods other than by eye of mail courier. Other than by eye of mail courier. Place of transportation of goods. Place of supply of service of transportation of goods shall be the place of destination of such goods. Shall be the place of destination of such goods. Let's say subsection 10. Place of supply in respect of passenger transportation service. In respect of passenger transportation service shall be the place where passenger embarks on the conveyance for continuous journey. Let's see what subsection 11 states. Place of supply of service provided on a board a conveyance during the course of a passenger transport operation, including services intended to be wholly or substantially consumed while on a board, shall be the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance for the journey. So place of supply of service in that case shall be the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance for the journey. Let's see what subsection 12 states. Place of supply of online information and database access or retrieval services. Place of supply of online information and database access or retrieval services shall be the location of recipient of service. Place of supply of online information and database access or retrieval services shall be the location of recipient of service. It has explanation. This subsection has explanation. Let's see what the explanation prescribes. For the purpose of this subsection, person receiving such service shall be deemed to be located in taxable territory if two of the following non-contradictory conditions are satisfied, namely, any of the two following non-contradictory conditions are satisfied, then the person receiving online information and data access or retrieval services shall be deemed to be located in taxable territory. So let's see what are the non-contradictory conditions. The location of address presented by the recipient of service through internet is in the taxable territory. Location of address presented by the recipient of service through internet is in taxable territory. Or credit card, debit card, store value card, charge card, smart card or any other card by which recipient of service settles payment has been issued in the taxable territory. Contradictory condition C. Billing address of the recipient of service is in taxable territory. Condition D. Internet protocol address of the device used by the recipient of service is in taxable territory. Bank condition E. Bank of the recipient of service in which the account used for payment is maintained in taxable territory. Condition F. Country code of the subscriber identity module card. Country code of subscriber identity module card used by the recipient of service is of taxable territory. Let's see the condition G. Location of fixed landline through which the service is received by the recipient is in taxable territory. So these are the conditions, non-contradictory conditions. Of them, two conditions should be fulfilled so as to constitute the place of supply, in taxable territory. Let's see what subsection 13 states. In order to prevent double taxation or non-taxation of supply of a service, in order to prevent double taxation or non-taxation of supply of service, or for the uniform application of rules, government shall have power to notify any description of service or circumstances in which the place of supply shall be the place of effective use and enjoyment of a service. So subsection 13 states, government has power to notify any description of service or circumstances in which the place of supply shall be the place of effective use or enjoyment of service. So that's all about the place of supply of service, where location of recipient or location of supplier is outside India. Thank you for watching.